In Storybrooke, Grumpy and Ruby see that all the diamonds are gone. That and the other doors go to look for Regina and Gold and find Henry reading to Charming, which was cute. Yeah, still.
And the same damn story. You switch it up a little.
Yeah, just finish the story and start from the beginning again.
Yeah, exactly. You know, maybe that's what he did. Maybe that's what little Henry did.
Yeah, I guess. That'd be boring.
He wants him to remember her, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Which was cute. Reminds me of what Mary did in season 1. They all tell him that they stole the diamonds. Grumpy says no one steals from a dwarf, except the Queen and Rumpelstiltskin.
And no one tosses a dwarf either.
Oh yeah?
Wrong movie, sorry.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings. Poor Henry finding out that Regina lied to him.
Of course.
Yep. Anything to say or keep going?
If we still have half an episode to go, keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Because we're getting close to 10:30 anyway, so keep going.
Okay. Back in present-day Fairy Tale Land, Emma is trying to get out with no avail. They play the fault game again. Emma is doubting herself. She does not think she is the savior. She thinks that Gold controlled everything when he sort of did. I thought that the writing saying Emma was an attention-getting thing. Say it, Emma, look at me.
Emma. Sorry.
This is a way to get out. But no, it was only something to help Rumple remember. He didn't even know that they were going to Fairy Tale Land. Cora and Hook go to the lake. It will return the magic to the wardrobe ash. Hook comments about no water. Cora then brings it out of the ground. Okay, anybody say anything about that or move on?
I feel like Emma's concern is legit.
Yeah.
That is hard to find out that it's not to have that moment of doubt, thinking it's not something within me. It's not an instinct that I can fall upon. It was someone else's design. Therefore, if I move outside of those lines, I am nothing.
It's basically she's doing that age-old doubt of fate versus free will.
Yep.
Yes. You know, it's that whole fate versus free will. Was I fated to do this, or did I choose to do this? Mm-hmm. You know, like many, you know, what was I going to say? It's a very religious, you know, deep thought, if you want to get that deep, between fate and free will. You know, yeah, anyway, I could go on, but this is all about one. It's not about theology or anything. But yeah, I could go deep into that. But I'll let someone else speak.
Anybody have a go?
Debbie?
I'm good.
Okay.
Wow, did I totally just blow you out of the water, guys? Come on now.
Totally. No, I agree. I agree with the same thing, though. Like, you know, she is trying to think about that, and, you know, I'd be upset, too. I
know, I would, too.
Yeah.
But I do like the end of this episode, but we're not there yet, so.
Go.
Well, anyway, continue.
Okay. Back in Fairy Tale Land. Cora does not take Hook's heart. She wants Hook's help. She tells him that if he goes with the curse to kill Rumple, he won't remember his real life. If he helps her, she will make sure he remembers everything. She wants his help to rip her daughter's heart out. Then it shows Cora at Regina's castle and looking dead.
Looking dead. She did awfully well.
Yeah.
Awfully well. And so that would explain why Regina thought
that she was dead.
She was dead, yes.
Yeah. Regina...
So it's a legit thought.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I do have something to say about that. If I was Regina, I'd be like, she's probably faking. I'm gonna
well, see, my thing is, you would have thought she had learned with Snow
Yeah.
about having proof of death, you know? Where's the heart?
Yeah, I'd ask where's the heart, for one thing.
Yeah.
Say, take your heart out. And...
Right? Yeah, exactly. Because, like I said, you would have think she would have learned with the Huntsman and Snow.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I was super on fire, but that's me.
Yeah.
That's actually a huge plot hole. She asks for a heart, he gives a body, and she just...
the body has no heart, but she still didn't get a heart.
Yeah, exactly.
I do like how the creators are talking about how as Regina gets more and more into her crazy, villainous insanity, her costumes become very over the top. That garb that she wears in front of her mother...
Well, that was supposed to be for like a funeral kind of
mourning,
outfit,
yeah.
So,
but still, cool.
But it was wicked crazy.
I actually like that costume.
I just wish I could sew like that. Oh my
yeah,
God.
me too. I wish I could sew everything and just wear it.
Yeah, I wish I had her whole wardrobe as Queen Regina or as, you know, young Lady Regina. You know what I mean?
So far, I'm not too keen on that much stuff of young Regina. I like the other ones better.
You like the crazy
yes.
evil.
I like it all, but where would we wear this, guys?
I know.
Every day.
Everywhere. Every day.
I go to my
we could say we're live RPers and wear it every day. But the one thing that I did love of hers of Lady Regina was her riding outfit. Loved her riding outfit. Oh my God, that light teal blue. I'd so wear that every day.
I love the rust-colored and fall-colored outfit.
Oh yeah, when she's starting to, when she's getting wiser and older, I guess.
The whole necklace with the tree.
Anyway, continue.
Okay, Regina's morning costume. I'm on the edge of liking it and not. Cora talks to her dead mother, telling her why she had her killed, saying Cora is her weakness, and that's why she could not take her to Storybrooke. I kind of wondered about this. I thought the thing she loved most was her father, and she killed him, but here it kind of sounds like it was her mother she should have killed, though she thinks she did now.
I think, can I say something to that?
Yep.
It's not necessarily weakness and love, because weaknesses could be many things. I think with her, the weakness toward her mother was the fact that she let her mother rule her life. That's what I think is her weakness. She's not the strong one if her mom's ruling her life. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what I think her weakness is. The whole other thing is, I can't be myself with you around. You know what I mean? I need to, let's see, because her mother says something about she'll fall, and then I'll be there to pick up the pieces. You know, when she's talking to Hook. And I think that's just it, is, you know, too long, Regina had lived in this shadow of her mother, even when her mother was in Wonderland. Does that make sense?
Yep.
She was always there to be a shadow over and to overpower. You know, rule her life basically. And that's the weakness, is she needs to be independent of her mother. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
I know deep I know, but that's my take on it.
Can I say something? Okay.
Yeah.
With the whole, you know, I always wonder, if her mother's in Wonderland, why would she worry about her mother being whisked away to Storybrooke? But it's something she actually said to Whale in the episode about Dr. Whale.
I took
she
who I
said,
needed.
I brought who I wanted to bring. Maybe there was a part of her
that wanted to bring her mom.
Will always want to bring her mother to show what she's become. And
Right.
she didn't want that because she didn't
Right.
work the stuff. So,
Right. But
so
you
she
see,
had-
you agree with me then
yeah.
that in the long run, her mom would have shadowed over her, and even if she didn't want to bring her, she would have, because that's what the curse would have done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hence why, which explains a lot to me this season, because it's why Hatter was brought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's why Hatter was brought. Yeah, granted, he's originally from the Enchanted Kingdom or the Enchanted Forest, but Whale was not.
Yes.
So I was wondering on how that would work until she explained to Whale I only brought who I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Anyway, so that makes a whole lot of sense to me now.
So